Hello everybody and welcome back to Expert Examiner IELTS. My name is Glyn and in this video we're going to do some more IELTS writing task 2 feedback. Let's take a look. Of course we start by reading the question. Some people say that history is one of the most important school subjects. Other people think that, I don't know why there's, okay. So there's a comma here which means probably this isn't a real question, but okay. Some people say that history is one of the most important school subjects. Other people think that in today's world, subjects like science and technology are more important than history. Again, I would say be very, very careful where you get your IELTS questions from. I would be very surprised if a question like this came up in the test. But okay, discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So this is the important thing to spot. This is the IELTS essay question type. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So this is one of the most common, or at least it used to be one of the most common question types in IELTS. It's also one that we teach in ESL, in teaching English as a second language, over and over again. Introduction, one side, the other side, conclusion. So that's what we're looking for. An introduction to give some background information about the topic, which is, education, the subjects that are important, some reference to the question about this debate versus what's more important, history or science and technology. So the reason I think that this is a strange question is, firstly, I don't believe that there is a real debate over which subject is more important, history or science and technology. I don't really see the significance of this question. Secondly, science and technology as a subject, subjects like science and technology. Are we talking about science and technology as one subject? Certainly in my school, we didn't have one subject that was science and technology. We had design and technology as one subject. Then we had physics, chemistry, biology. So it seems strange, the question, but okay. Doesn't matter. So we expect in the introduction to see some background information, some reference to this question that people have, what's more important, history or science and technology in school. And also I want to see the candidate's own opinion. I want to see the candidate's opinion in the introduction. Let's make that there. So will we get that? Let's see. In the present era, people are getting opportunities to study more than one subject. I don't like this introductory sentence. People are getting opportunities to study more than one subject. Is this true in the present era? Because my grandfather, who's not with us anymore, when he was studying at school, he had the opportunity to study more than one subject. This isn't a new phenomenon. Right, in the present era, people can study more than one subject. This has been the school program now for centuries, where you study more than one subject. So this opening sentence isn't, it's problematic. Hence, there are some people who believes, some people who believe that history should be the most significant, not should be, but is. Not should be here, wrong modality, believe that history is the most significant subject in school. I don't see the link there. So the candidate is saying nowadays people can study more than one subject, and therefore, and that's why people believe that history is the most important subject in school. There isn't that logical link there. So this is wrong. Hence, okay, this is the wrong punctuation here. We want like a comma, while others believe that science and technology, why will be? Why are we talking about the future when the question asks us to talk about the present? Are more important. But the candidate is talking about will be. That's not the question. It's not about predicting what will be good in the future. It's about what's important. will be much more preferable. I don't know what it means here, preferable. More important, maybe, or more relevant, or more beneficial. I don't know about preferable. Preferable for who? A much more preferable subject than history due to the modern civilization. So that isn't explained at all. That doesn't make sense. Why is science and technology more important than history? Oh, because of modern civilization. That isn't enough information. That isn't explained. So that's a problem. From my overall perspective, just in my opinion, is fine. Oh, okay. I would say that history, I like this modality. I would say that's fine. It's a little bit personal, maybe not very academic, but fine. Nice distancing, hedging. I would say that history is important, comma. We want this comma here. But science and technology will be much more significant. Okay, so we're repeating the idea, will be much more preferable, we're already repeating the idea and repeating the language. And again, why are we making references to the future? The essay question asks us to discuss what is the most important school subject, not what will be. So there's a problem with coherence there. But okay, much more significant, that's fine. I always think in academic writing, you can just find a nice synonym for much here, like considerably more significant. And I don't know about significant, but useful, beneficial, or I know a lot of people think important and significant are direct synonyms. They aren't. They can be, they are certainly similar, but in this case, I don't know about significant. But okay, much more significant, considerably more significant, fine, than history. So we have an attempt at some background information. The background information, firstly, isn't true, and there are some problems with logical linking here, and also a couple of references to the future, which are unnecessary. But in general, we do see the candidate's position, and there is an attempt to provide background information about the subject. So now in body paragraph 1, I'm hoping we get to read about why history is considered important. So let's see if we get that. Nice, we start with the word history. Great, that's what we want. History is one of the most important subjects in school. Okay, not really a topic sentence, but okay, maybe. It teaches students about the rich culture of their country. Great. Maybe just a little as. History is one of the most important subjects in school as it teaches, or since it teaches, or because it teaches. Maybe we could connect those ideas better, but no problem. Many countries around the globe, feels unnecessary. Many countries, maybe, had gone through, I don't know why past perfect here, had gone. There's no reason to use past perfect. That is, nice to use past perfect if you could use it in the right context, but this isn't the right context. Many countries around the globe had gone through a lot of changes in the past few centuries. Have gone, not had gone, in the past few centuries. So I just don't like the fact that we have sentence, full stop, sentence, full stop, sentence, full stop. So we have no cohesive devices, no linking words here. We just have sentence, sentence, sentence. Don't like that for 3 sentences. For example, good signposting language, cool. Bangladesh. Bangladesh is an independent country, not a. Is an independent country, but it got its independence, or it received, or it obtained, maybe is better. It obtained its independence in 1971. I don't know about this but. Bangladesh is an independent country, but it obtained its independence in 1971. And maybe it obtained its independence in 1971. I don't know about this but. Feels strange. Maybe but it only obtained its independence in 1971. That might be useful. Before that, it was ruled by Pakistan and England. That is why history book, just one history book? That is why history books are, not history book is. Problem with singular and plural. That is why history books are one of the best medium, maybe one of the best media or one of the best ways by which today, I don't know about by which, maybe it's okay, by which today's children can learn about their national martyrs. Not sure about this plural of martyr. I don't know why we have a capital, sorry, not plural. I don't know why we have the capital M for martyrs. About their national martyrs and how they have got their country and how they have come to this position right at present. So there is, I kind of understand the candidate's main idea here. I don't think it's very well explained. You know, there's a lot more to history than this, and just focusing too much on, you know, Bangladesh. From here, it feels like there's just a big focus on Bangladesh. Of course, it's always good to give examples, but we want general examples. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, so what is the argument? What is the main argument that the candidate's making here? A lot of countries have gone through changes. For example, Bangladesh had a lot of changes, and history books are a good way to learn about national martyrs, how they got their country. Okay, that's a reasonable point. History is a good way to learn about the changes that have happened in your country. Maybe explaining why that's relevant or why that's useful. That might be useful. That might be good. But okay. In contrast, science and technology have become the medium of development. I have no idea what that means. Science and technology have become the medium of development. No idea what that means at all. Additionally, doctor, just one? Or doctors in general? Or engineer, just one? Or engineers in general? So again, candidate has problems with singular nouns and plural nouns. Doctors and engineers or any kind of technological workers maybe, need this kind of education. Okay. Most of the modern day jobs or any other workplaces. Jobs and workplaces aren't the same. So, seems strange. Most of the modern day jobs or any other workplaces require computer. Just one? Require a computer or require computers? Or require computer skills? And those persons, which persons? And also which people? So you've said those persons, which ones? It's not clear what this reference, what the referent is. So the reference word those should point to someone. Those persons, are we talking about doctors, engineers? Okay, and those persons, oh, maybe we have a post modifier. Those persons who understand how to, okay, that's okay. Let's take this off. And maybe I should read ahead without judging so quickly. Sorry about that. Let's make this black again. So, those persons, which persons? Who, persons is still a mistake. People, those people. Those people who understand how to use a computer are ahead in line in cases getting job. This is just, yeah, it's very poor grammar. Are ahead in line in cases getting job. Yeah, no, don't really understand what it means. I could reread it and try to figure it out, but yeah, it's not my job. I just don't understand. I kind of understand the meaning. If you have computer skills, then you have more advantages. You have a higher chance of getting a job than other people, but the language isn't used to explain that well here. For instance, doctors are checking patients right now or in general. Doctors check patients. So we should use present simple here, not continuous. Doctors are checking patients or engineers the making building design. Engineers the making building design. Again, this is totally confusing. Or else scientists are discovery of new medicine. Again, we have completely broken down here. Now you've lost the target reader completely. Or else scientists are discovery of new medicine. So this is just the most basic rules of grammar just aren't being followed here. Engineers the making building design, or else scientists are discovery of new medicine. Yeah, no one has a chance to understand that. And outer space things requires. Things requires? Things requires? Things require. Also, I don't know about things in an academic essay. It's not very specific. Space things requires candidates from science and technology study. Besides, they provide priority to those students who have studied science. I don't know what that means. They provide, who is they? I don't know. Don't know who they is talking about. They provide priority to those students who, what priority? Just don't know. So this paragraph is particularly weak. I have no idea. The main idea is relatively clear, right? That if you have computer skills, you have a better chance of getting a job. But it isn't explained well. To conclude, giving more priority to history may give students knowledge about their past, but, but if they give more priority on science, if they give more priority to science, then it will help them. Again, who is they? Don't know. It will help them. Who is them? Don't know. Not only to build their individual career, but also their country to cope. Why capital with cope? Don't know. To cope up. No idea what the phrasal verb to cope up means. There is no phrasal verb to cope up. To cope with today's world. Don't know what that means. If you give priority to science, it will help them to cope with today's world. I don't know what that means. Therefore, I should be capitalized, but isn't. I will be in the future or now. I will be on the side, why not I am on the side of science and technology. Again, we randomly now have started capitalizing science and technology. Not sure why. Subject to be the most important. Okay, so there's, there is a logical flow to the text. There's an introduction, one side, the other side, and a conclusion. That structure is decent. And, an attempt to give concluding remarks. But again, the language breaks down. Okay, so let's look at some marks. So first of all, we'll go with task response. I'm about this one. I'm partially informed, but I would like to see more relevance about why it's important for people to learn about the history of their countries. Not just history can teach you about your countries, but why is it important? Can you make a case to say why it's important for people to know about their countries? We don't get that. This one, I kind of understand the main idea, but it's very confusing. So I have to go task response, I think, for 5. Coherence and cohesion, I'm going to give this 5 too. So what are the positive points of coherence and cohesion? The structure. The structure is suitable. We have introduction, one side, the other side, conclusion. Great. Wonderful paragraphing. The problem is that there are quite a few sentences like here that are standalone sentences that are not connected, and also so many referents that are confusing. Them, who is them? No idea. They, who is they? No idea. They, who is they? No idea. We do get some nice language like for instance and for example, but also we have a lack of coherence with like talking about the future. Technology will be more important in the future. Well, that's not what we're dealing with. We should be talking about what's more important now. So coherence and cohesion, 5. Lexical resource, there was some decent lexis in there, right? From my overall perspective, significant, not sure if significant is exactly the right word, but independence, great. Martyrs, fantastic. Rich culture, nice collocation. Not sure about around the globe, but that is a natural expression. Workplaces is a bit sloppy. I think we can award the 7 for lexical resource. There's a lot of high-level stuff, less common lexis, a lot of language connected to the theme. So vocabulary is very strong at C1 level. But grammatical range and accuracy, I have to give, I think, 4 for this. There are just so many cases where I don't understand what the candidate is saying because the grammar just doesn't work. Doctors are checking patients, or engineers the making, building, design, or else scientists are discovery of new medicine. That is so tough. So tough to understand. Also, we have constant mistakes with singular, plural. So we get a lot of singular nouns where we should have plurals. This is very basic stuff. Yeah, just uh, there are a range of sentence types. Maybe, yeah, maybe I can increase it to five. Yeah, I think five might be fairer. So there are a nice range of sentences. There are like simple and complex sentences, but the accuracy of the grammar is just brutally poor. And so, in as concluding remarks, my advice to the candidate, the critical advice, is the grammar. Keep your language simple with grammar. You have a, and I don't mean like, certainly the candidate doesn't need to try to use more difficult grammar. The candidate just needs to get right the simple grammar, present simple, singular and plural nouns. There's no real excuse for that. The candidate has great English, great vocab, but yeah, just there are so many grammar mistakes. And sometimes making your language a bit simpler, keeping your ideas simpler, can help you with your grammatical accuracy. Task response, read the question carefully, understand what it's talking about. If it's talking about the present, what's more important today, don't start talking about what will be more important tomorrow. And again, with task response and coherence and cohesion, keep your ideas simple. The candidate is trying to do far too much here. You have to keep your language simple. You have to keep your ideas simple. Target reader reading this gets confused in every paragraph. Yeah. So overall, what do we have? 5, 5, 5, 7. That makes 5 overall, right? Hold on. Let me do the maths here. Just 1 second. Yeah, so that works out as 5.5 if my maths are okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, 5.5, which is the lower end of B2. Certainly, vocab is at C1, and I like the fact that they've used the right structure, but yeah, keep the ideas simpler and you'll probably get a higher mark. But overall, 5.5. Yeah, I'll leave that there. So if you'd like your own feedback on your IELTS writing with scores and with comments like this, I know sometimes it can be a little bit scary to have an examiner judge your writing. Please keep in mind that when I judge students' writing, this isn't to criticize you, or it isn't to say that you're a bad person or that you are stupid or anything like this. I just want to help you see what an examiner sees in your writing, and that should help you then to hopefully make a plan or make a strategy or do something to improve your own performance. Yeah, so if you'd like to send me your writing, you're welcome to do that. Information on how to contact me is given below. And also, as written above, I am doing free mock speaking tests too. So if you'd like a practice speaking test, also feel free to get in touch with me. I have a lot of requests at the moment, so I can't guarantee that I will get back to everyone, but I'm trying to contact as many people as I can. If you do contact me, please do be patient. Still, a number of people write not one message to me, but they write 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 messages begging. Please don't do that. If you send 10 messages, I am less likely to respond to you. But yeah, anyway, I'll leave it there for now. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day and see you again.